Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'll be doing a tutorial on drawing cat ears. So we're gonna get started with the first cat ear. Here I'm just doing a simple cat ear shape and I'm rounding it off for the bottom portion of the cat ear, and then just a simple slit for where the outer ear meets the inner ear. So this next one, I added a little bit of fur on the outside of the ear, and then I also put some fur in between where the slit meets the outer ear and the inner ear. So as you see here. Now these ears are all just ideas of different ears that you can use. Just to note, these are just sketches. We're not doing any of the color here today. This is just sketching different ear types and giving you ideas to draw ears. So this next one, I have a little bit of fur on the outside of the ear. I do some fur in the inside of the inner ear, and then I create the slit and then put a little bit more fur. So this is one of my favorite ears to draw. I typically like to draw this one when I draw cat ears or fox ears. I add just a bunch of little fur in the inside and then maybe a little bit of fur in the outside. This next one, I start with the tip of the ear and add a little bit of fur on the very tip, and then just a little bit of fur on the inside of the ear, and voila, that is another ear that I use too, with the fur on the little tip of the ear. So pretty much the first one's kind of like an Inuyasha ear. It's just a very simplistic ear with a little slit, and so you can kind of mix and match where you want the fur. This next one I drew was another simplistic ear, but instead of just the slit where the outer ear meets the inner ear, you also have a little bit of fur there as well. Sometimes the simple ears can be cutesy and are easy to draw. You don't have to add a lot to them. So in some instances, when you're drawing like cute anime characters, the simpler the better, might be better to draw. So this next ear that I draw is a little bit more pointier. It is a simplistic ear, but it is a little bit pointier and a little bit longer, I think, than the first one. The first one is much more rounded on the sides, whereas this one I was trying to demonstrate that you just use more of a point at the top. There really isn't a whole lot of difference between the two, other than you can elongate it more and make them pointier instead of rounder. Either way, the rounder ears I think are a little bit cuter, but it just depends on what you're going for. This one is a side ear in case you wanted to draw a character that has the ears on the side of the head versus on the top of the head. Typically people draw ears on the top of the head and not as much on the side. So initially I came up with these simplistic drawings of all the ears, and then I decided to add in one extra ear that I drew recently. And so I start off with a simplistic shape, much like the first one, but then I add a little bit of a ball of fur, and this one's kind of common for anime characters that have ears. They have a little cute little ball in the middle that is just a little fur ball. I drew a circle, and then what I did was I erased little parts, and then I created like triangle type shapes, which gave it kind of a fluffy look. I was kind of just messing with the shape. I mean, it's primarily a ball shape, but you can mess with it. You can make it look more fuzzy. You can just make it look more ball shaped. It just doesn't really matter, I don't think. Just playing with it and seeing how you like to draw it, that's what matters most when it comes to the art. Personally, I think these are cute, and so I think that's why they are drawn mostly with anime characters, because they just come off as super cute. Another thing I'd like to note is the brushes I'm using are from Lotus Bubble. This one is the liner brush, but I added some stability to it, and when you are drawing in Procreate, you can sit there and draw the line, hold it, and it'll make the curve for you perfectly. So it does help with drawing better ears. So pretty much the end of this video is just me was kind of fidgeting with how I wanted the ball of fur to look on the last ear. But essentially these are just some ear ideas if you're going to be drawing any characters with cat ears or even fox ears, but fox ears typically are bigger or longer, and I can do a tutorial on that. This is just some ideas, and it's a simplistic way of drawing cat ears on characters or even on cats. But essentially, these are just all very simple ideas and sketches. And if you guys would like me to go into more detail, I can do that in the future. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this and other content that I draw. And just don't quit creating.